there, and welcome to another episode of Life is an Art podcast with me, Maggie. It's December, everybody. It's December, the favorite time of the year, my favorite month, my birthday month, or it's the month, it is the season. Anyway, welcome to our podcast. It's nice to hear you. I hope you are enjoying these first weeks of December. You're putting on your decorations and you're putting on your Christmas tree and you're just enjoying the vibe that comes with the month of December. Like I wow and I smile like a little child every time I walk past a mall and I see they've just set up the lightings and everything seems so nice and cool. I mean, and the twinkles and the decorations, and I feel like it's amazing. And this is that one time of the year when everybody in the world is celebrating this particular holiday, and they're in the holiday season mood, and it's amazing. I love December, and if you do not love December, then I don't know. I don't know which month you love, because if you can't love December, you can't love any other month. So I have to say that I officially turned, I have lived quarter my century. Like I've officially turned the 25, the mark of adulting, the societal cliche age, 25 years. I am grateful, don't get me wrong, but this is some of the things that I've been thinking about it since November. It's been putting so much pressure on me, and I don't know if you can relate. I do not know if you can relate. So stay tuned. I really want us to talk about everything that comes with this new age. I mean, 25? Wow. So I remember when I was turning 20, and it was just like yesterday. And funny thing, I finished school when I was turning 16. So I did my final exams for high school and I turned 16. So it has been a journey. So I had to join the world of adulting quite early. And everything for me was like do. Like, I've said this story before in my podcast, Career Steps at Early 20s. I cringe when I listen to that podcast, but it's amazing. I think it was one of my first podcasts. Anyway, I digress. So, and everything when I turned 18 and I turned 20 and finally I turned 21 and I was like, yes, I'm an adult. And I was like, I'm still far. And I saw like 25 was quite far. And everything that you want to achieve at 20, the things that our parents, first of all, let's talk about the things that our parents had accomplished by the time they were 25. Some of our parents had us by the time they were 25. Like, it's like crazy, this new society, this new age of millennials and Gen Zs, and it's just a whole new dynamic of this age. So when I was 24, on the 6th of December, since I turned 25th on the on the on the 7th, so was my last day of being 24. I still remember I was in an optician, ophthalmologist, eye consultation to get my glasses, because apparently someone's getting old. And there was that part where you have to fill in your age, and I was writing 24, and I'm like, this is the last day, you might as well start writing 25. But I don't know, because of what the things that have been instilled in me about this particular age, it feels like I am getting, it's like, you're old. What have you accomplished? What can you show that you have accomplished till now? And like, it's not, it's so much pressure for someone to handle. And that's, I think, like, so many people, so many of us are having mental illnesses or having mental challenges, because we have this pressure of achieving things and everything, but the dynamics of how those people putting the pressure on us, they're like, by 25, I was doing this, I was doing this, I had a family, I had this. They do not have the dynamics or the things. Right now the world has changed. We just had COVID, we're trying to recover. I mean, things, people just went few steps backwards, other went 10 steps forward during the pandemic, so it's quite challenging. It's not the same time, at least that's what I'm telling myself, to like feel better about myself. But here are some of the things that I have learned until my age. And number one is just do it. Don't let fear control your life. Don't let fear dictate where you're going to go. Just do it, and don't limit yourself. Like, do not limit yourself. There's so much that you can achieve from overcoming that fear. And there's so much that you can achieve, like, apart from what everybody is achieving, apart from what you think you should be achieving. There's much more. Because trust me, like yesterday I was in the mall, and I was like, you see, there's that quote of like, it's a beautiful day to be a black girl. So, but now it's like, it's a beautiful day to be in this age of technology, new stuff, new discoveries. It goes a long way to tell us that we have grown. We have grown, and technology is growing. And if the person who started the invention of the phone, and the person who innovated it, right now we're having like a full screen, nothing, no buttons, nothing, no even a selfie camera. It's the new technology, and that goes a long way to show us that we should not limit ourselves with the obvious. We should achieve what we want to achieve. Like, don't put yourself in a box. Another thing, I mean, this is the lesson that I've learned, and some of the things I want to say, it's like, do not compare your life to others. Like, others will have it fast, others will have it slow. So okay, when someone tells me you're comparing yourself to someone, what I think about is like comparing myself to someone who's on a higher level. Like, you're like, oh my god, she bought a nice TV and I do not have a TV. Or she bought a nice car, or I do not have a car. Or they bought a good they live in a very nice area, they live in a bigger house, or they live in a good environment, they have a better job, or it's always comparing itself to someone on top. But then we forget, like, we also compare ourselves with people who are not doing as well as we're doing. For instance, like, if you live in a studio bedsitter apartment, and you're just looking up to those people who live in two bedrooms apartment, and you're looking at, and you're like, oh, at least I don't live in a single, or at least I do not live in a shared apartment, at least I don't live with my parents and stuff. So so don't compare yourself, whether with someone who's not doing as well as you, or someone who's doing better than you. Just leave you compete against yourself. It's hard, I know. Sometimes you don't even know why, like, the reason to why you're waking up in the morning, and you get disoriented. And sometimes in a month you think you've figured out the code of life and you're doing it, and then the next month everything just feels like it's not working, it's not moving the way it was moving. So do not compare yourself. And then another thing, just have some compassion to yourself, have some empathy. I am the biggest criticizer of myself, because I'm always like, you could have done better, you're slowing down, you could have achieved better, you could have talked when everybody was not talking, or you talked too much, you could have toned it down a little. I think you could have just dressed down a bit, or you could have dressed up. You see, like, all those criticism that goes through my mind. And looking back, I want to, like, tell myself, like, you know what, do not do that. If it's a lesson that I've learned, it's don't be your biggest cheerleader, and don't criticize yourself. That have some compassion for yourself. You know, we all have gone through hard times and hard hard challenges, and challenges can and hard times differ from one person. They're relative, they're not the same. But my hardship is not your hardship, but you should have some compassion for yourself. That's what I'm saying. We sometimes compare ourselves with someone who's ahead of us, but we do not also remember that we also compare ourselves with someone who's behind us. Another thing I've come to learn as I come into this fruitful age of maturity and womanhood. Okay, I'm just kidding. But it's like we all have separate journeys, and it's okay to let go of a dream that you had you thought about. Because seriously, the 12-year-old me thought at 25 I should have been married with a kid or two kids or something. That's not happening, and it's okay. That's not my dream anymore. So what's my dream? You know, if my dream is to be there, get a PhD or do all those things, yeah, it's what is it? You know, what is it? Like I I can say like I have learned quite a few lessons by the time I'm getting to this age. And another lesson that I've learned throughout those many years that I've lived in this earth, could 10 of those being the years that I was actually more of those being the years that I was not fully dependent on myself. It's like, do not, it's, there's just so many lessons that I've learned, and I don't even know which one to tell you and which one to omit because just go for that trip. Yeah, go for that vacation. I can count that so far I've gone for two vacations and they were amazing and I loved them. And they were crazy because a lesson that I have to change after this, it's like at least don't come broke. Don't come home broke. Don't spend all your money on a vacation. Utarudi, meaning you'll come back. So yeah, but just go on that vacation. Like work will still be there, all those commitments will still be there, but you need some time off. You need some time to be in a different environment. Another thing I've learned is like, oh my god, moving out is not everything. Moving out and starting your own life is not everything. Gosh, right now I'm telling my friends, if you live at home, stay there. Stay there, save until you're out. And if you're out, at least go and build yourself a home. Okay, that's so much pressure. At least you have enough savings to get you by. Because, whew, 3 or 4, is it 4 or 3 years? 3 years, 4 years of having of 4 years of paying rent, 3 years of staying alone, or even it's like 4 years just in different parts of the country. But it's not all roses, and you need to organize yourself. And if you don't, and finances. Did I give you a story? I think in one of my money mistakes episodes, I gave a story of where I had only 18 shillings in my bank account one day, and it was crazy. I could laugh at myself, and I'm like, I'm not gonna allow myself to get to that particular point. I keep telling myself that, but I keep setting higher goals than that what I intended, and then I still end up with at least 100 shillings in the bank, and then you end up with 200 shillings, 300 shillings, and now you can comfortably say like I left 1,000 shillings in my bank account, whilst you're paying all your bills. Oh my god. I mean, a lot has happened, and I'm just super grateful. Yesterday, I was talking with a very good friend, and she was like counting all the blessings that have happened to me this year, and I realized that sometimes you don't see the blessings. We let the bad things that are happening in our lives overshadow the good things that are indeed happening in our lives. And true, my truth be told, I mean, it's good to look back and appreciate the shines that you have experienced in your life, the improvements, the joys, because sometimes it's really, really not easy to recognize all those things happening. But when you just take time to appreciate the milestones that you've achieved and the milestones that you've overcome. So, yes, so cheers to my new ears. So many other lessons that I'm learning. I'm so excited to learn even more lessons, to get in some routines, maybe start a YouTube channel. Who knows? I'm just ready to to see what the next phase of my life has installed for me. And yeah, I'm super grateful. So for all those people who are 25, I hope you're welcoming me to this side and embracing me. And for the babies out there 24 and below, like, you get here, you'll be wiser, you'll feel better, and there's no need for pressure, because age is just but a number. It's just but a number. It's what you've achieved is what matters. Because someone who's like Kylie Jenner, seriously, like, she's a billionaire in Forbes and everything. So age is just but a number. And yeah, you can be, as cliche as it always sounds, you can be whatever you want to be. You can change everything. You can make changes in your life that even scares you. But why not? Why not? I want to live in a better estate. Why not? Yeah. I want to get. Why not? We all deserve the great things that life has to offer. So yeah. I like this. I like this new age. I like this new me it's bringing out. So yeah. So thank you so much for listening to my podcast. I hope to see you soon, and share it with a friend or someone you think they will benefit. Or you can share with someone who's turning 25 as well, or who has turned. I mean, I think I'm the last person to turn 25 for me. Yes, and yeah, happy season, happy holidays, and yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. I do.